What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wes, and I'm here to talk to y'all about Baddies USA Chapter 2, Episode 12, entitled Electric Oh, they is so wrong for that. Electric Slide. Now I understand. Because Tinka got electrocuted at the end. Let me tell y'all, this episode was a 10 out of 10, baby. This was another episode. It's 12 episodes, and I think we've gotten 3 like really, really good episodes. Like 3 out of the 12 have been like really, really good. And this one is damn for sure one of them good episodes. This was an episode where I feel like the editing was on point. We had a lot of reminders in the editing. We had a lot of, oh my God, moments in the editing. The fight, we could see the fights. It was, let's be clear, this is a fighting show and we're judging the fights, okay? And the drama. And this was really good. This like, one of the few times I actually am like, let me get up on this camera and talk about her. Because this shit was everything. I have to say, without a shadow of a doubt, shout out motherfucking Tinka and shout out Ciroc, baby. Those two right there made this everything it needed to be for me, okay? If I had to round it off with somebody else, Fauna would have got that if she would have said, I don't care what Lex and Fauna would have tore her. Like, not like tore her, but like got at that. Like, she would have got that. But I appreciate Fauna for putting on the wardrobe and all of that, but she should have just minked the girl. Just found an opportunity to grab her. And then Fauna would have been in that. But I don't know who would be the third one. Who is the third one? I would have to give it to Emery Hurricane. I think Emery Hurricane, I think that's the same person. I'm going to give it to Hurricane only because Hurricane got mad heart and I felt bad for her because she did try to help TT. She didn't go OD with trying to help me because I just would have fought Tinka. I just would have fought ET. ET, get out my way. I would have fought her. But she didn't fight ET. But she got in there and tried. So I feel bad for Hurricane because I feel like you come on the show with a friendship and then anyways, let's get into the episode. I need y'all to like this video. Like this. Come on. I need y'all to like this video. And yeah, leave comments. I read all the comments. Listen, my last video got like 5,000 views and like 230 something likes and like 180 something comments, something like that. I like that. Yeah, but let's get into it. Y'all ready to talk about it? Let's talk about it. So Tinka Thickums decides to go in the house to get a knife. I'm on that. And y'all should already know by now what Wes is on. I told y'all every time I walk into a room, I know about 8 things that I can grab to gouge your eyes out, to slice your Adam's apple open, to break your kneecaps, to stab your toes. You know what I mean? To shove down your throat so you can throw up. Like, what we talking about? Like, I'm on that. I am on that all the time. That's where my mind go. That's where my mind go. These people want to be sitting around here looking all cute and pretty with war wounds. That ain't me. Take it right in there, get that knife. I know that's right. You got 4 heifers outside for me. Oh, baby, let me go get that knife. And then here comes someone talking about, yeah, we got 4 hoes for you. It's the outsiders, Dolly and Trev talking about, yeah, the outsiders waking it up. The outsiders waking it up. Not really. Y'all not waking nothing up. And the way that I see it. But okay, this is Tommy's shtick. The only way she's gonna come on the show is if she brings her friends. Cool. And we like Tommy because she's a key. But like these girls ain't doing nothing. This the first time we seen Dolly for 9 episodes. She done ran away after she done got tore up by the 2 of the girls, Lex and Ivory. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on Tinka's side all the way through. I am on her side all the way through, trying to get the weapons to go out there. Then she get on the phone. She call her boy, Ronnie. I don't know if it's a man's. I don't know who Ronnie is. But I'm on that. Like, that makes perfect sense to me. And I understand why she was tripping on that bus. The video came out. They didn't show it on the show. But I understand why Tinka was tripping. Because y'all got me here. And I'm by myself. There's no other girls here. Diamond's not here. Ivory's not here. There's no other chick that is on the show here. You got me here with Summer. But Summer got her friends here. So I know y'all not finna think that I'm about to just run it with all these girls and I ain't got nobody on my side. That's not how this finna go down. So yes, grab the weapons. I understand. I'm Team Tinka in this. All the way through. I would have had a fork, a spoon, all of that. Because all of that could do damage. Even if you're not like, boom, here with it, boom, here with it, you know what I'm saying? You can be stab. You know what I mean? Stop playing with me. And all y'all be like, oh, he's so violent. This a fighting show, ho. It's a fighting show. You either beat up or get beat up. And I'm not the best fighter, but I can be violent as stop playing with me. Stop. Stop playing with me. What are we talking about here? I was ranting and raving over somebody's Tinka because that was me all day long. A knife wasn't the only thing that Tinka decided to grab. She decided to grab an iron. Okay. And at one point she was laughing because I feel like Tinka knows when to carry, and I feel like she did carry to carry the scene, and that's cool. Even Summer was out there talking all her grimy shit. Yeah, this, whatever. I got all her sayings is whatever. But she was like, yeah, let's go. Let's be out. And the car's still sitting there. She like, no, what did I say? Let's be out. The scene over. Let's be out now. You got me looking bad on this camera. Let's be out. So both girls know when to put on. Tommy, for damn for sure, knows when to put on. Trev and Dolly, they don't really get it. But the moment that I needed, I've always been a Tinka fan. Like a Tinka, not a Tinka fan. Let me not do that because I'm too old for this shit. A Tinka supporter or a Tinka understander, because I understand her, right? With a lot of the things that she does. Not everything, but a lot of the things that she does. So I understood Tinka in this moment. And ooh, ain't the producers messy as shit? Ain't they messy as shit? Ooh, they messy as shit. They said, we're going to have Summer and Tinka do their confessionals together. This was probably one of the best scenes. This was probably one of the best scenes ever on Baddies. Another amazing scene. Amazing scene, because I called out where Ivy had the blunt in her thing and she was fighting Tammy. But this was another amazing scene this season. Summer sitting there talking her Summer talking her shit, boy. She talking her shit. Yeah, and she knew what it was. I've been promised since day one, and I ain't never been promised since day two. You know what she be saying, them lies she be coming in. So she looked to the side and she smiled. She like, hey, what up? Hey, Tinka. I said, well, I tell you, I said, who is coming in here? I said, oh, that's Tinka. Do you see the little spikes on her head, the little black balls on her head? Yep, that's Tinka ass. That's Tinka. Oh, Tinka, what you finna do to her? What you? Somebody said, Tinka, not now, baby. I'm filming my. She said, girl, we working, ho. I'm filming my. Tinka said, you talking all this shit, huh? You talking, oh, you feel greasy right now, right? Where your friends at now, ho? When Tinka just came in and mushed her, I said, oh, it's over. I said, Summer, get up, girl. Why you ain't get up, girl? Get up, girl. She about to run through you. And Tinka went in and you hear Ashley in the background. Tinka, no, Tinka. Ratings. No. Get the camera. No, Tinka. No. Baby, that moment was spicy because then the editor going to change down the color, the saturation of the thing, made it black and white. I said, what's going to go down? Who edited this episode? This shit was hilarious tonight, okay? Shout out to Tinka. That would have been me all day long. I am Tinka. Tinka is I. God damn it. I would have had the knife already, though. No shade. It would have been on me already. But I completely understand, and I concur, Tinka. And Tinka ran through her. Miss Summer. Summer thought she was greasy in that confessional, baby. Summer be talking it in that confessional. That is like the quintessential moment where it's like Summer be at home. Like, can you imagine Summer at home at her lake house talking all this shit online, and then Lex walk her ass in the door? What? When I say spooked and nervous, oh, Miss Summer was spooked and nervous, baby. Spooked and nervous. And Tinka ran through that. Natalie and Biggie speak, and, it's back and forth, up and down with these two all the time. We hear, I love you, Biggie. I love you, Natalie. Natalie says, when we're by ourselves, you are dope as shit. Biggie says, yeah, when we're around the people, yeah, you act different too. I concur. They both saying the same thing about each other. But then we find out, because Persuasion walked in, we find out that Biggie actually looked up to Natalie, feels like she learned from Natalie on how to be a boss, how to be a woman in a sea of this, men and what's going on, and how she runs her shit, how they have a glam squad, how they do this, that, and the third. And so she feels like because she has elevated and is now an artist, right? And she's on her stuff, and she's a fan favorite, and she got her views and all of that. And she's been performing around the world and all that. Biggie has gotten to this point where she feels like she's like a Natalie, not a Natalie in the producer sense of how Natalie is, an OG reality TV star, but a baddie in the sense of a star in the sense of where this show is and where it's gotten her. And she compares herself to all the other girls. Let's be clear. Biggie is definitely that type. And she said it in the confessional. She said, y'all be taking hits, and my goal is to make hits. And then she's like, I'm not going to the meeting. I'm going to the studio. So am I excused? So Biggie feels like she is that girl. And it's okay for her to feel that way. I would feel that way if I was Biggie too. I mean, all these women sing or rap or do something, but she's the first to get a record deal on the Zeus record label. Cold Killer is the first one to sign with Natalie, but Biggie is that girl performance wise and star power wise. Biggie is that girl. So I understand her feeling like she is that girl. You should know your shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying? You should feel like you should walk in the room like, why do I belong here? No, I don't belong. You know what I'm saying? Like, Biggie gives that, and she says that she learned that from Natalie. Natalie is like, no. You didn't learn that from me because you want this, you want that, you want this, want you that, and you can be rude and condescending and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Natalie, I done heard all this about you, boo. All this about you. Yeah. These women, when they talk in their interviews, they talk crazy. Yeah. Especially the most recent stuff that came out, baby, I done heard all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to leave that alone. Biggie also explains that the reason why she took Tasiki off the song was because when Rocky was attacking her, she felt that Tasiki was holding her hands. Well, not that she felt that. Tasiki was in trying to break it up, holding, Biggie's hands was getting held, and Biggie wasn't really able to defend herself. All she could do was like try to turn away. And Biggie was saying, you're holding my hands. So after that moment, she expressed that she decided to take Tasiki off the song. The girls feel like Biggie and Tasiki just need to speak by themselves. And to be honest, I don't really think it's a thing for real. And I'm gonna say it like this. I saw a video where Ivy was like, they don't need to be cool anymore because Lex came in and slapped Biggie and Tasiki gave the girl a hug. So now I'm gonna bring that around to Cold Killer, dapping it up and hugging Lex when Lex spat on Fauna. I think it's the same thing. And I'm gonna talk about that moment when I get there, but I don't know. That's a little like, I don't know. That's a little extra for me. Like, I feel like we could have our own friends, but like if someone does because someone did me dirty, quite a few people have done me dirty. So like for me, if you still see it for this person after you know what they did to me, I'm looking at you different. I am. I'm looking at you different. And everybody that with me have decided not to with that person that did what they did to me. And that spoke volumes to me because that person really tried to like, you know what I mean? Like really ruin my shit. So like for me, I don't know. I look at you, I don't know. Maybe it's different because they're on a fighting show and they, I know Lex is in there with the producers and Killer is in there with, Natalie. So it's like they, whatever. I don't know, but like that really wouldn't be the same thing. I don't see that kind of correlating between Cold Killer and Tinka. So it's like, maybe it's not that. I don't know what it is. I don't know why Cold Killer is cool with Lex. I have no idea. It don't make sense to me, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me know what y'all feel about that. Do y'all feel that Ivy was right about what she said about Tasiki and Biggie not really needing to be friends because of how that went down? And then do you apply that same logic to Cold Killer and Fauna? I'm curious. Natalie and Persuasion are waiting at the house meeting. Diamond and ET come up and they start talking about the whole spitting thing and Tasiki and Amber. Natalie makes it clear that Tasiki did not have any weapons on or any rings on. And Diamond says that, spitting is crazy, but so is mace. And then they acknowledge that Persuasion had mace or whatever. Persuasion says, all right, I admit it, I had it, but I didn't lie about it. So the girls think that it's like equal footing, that mace is crazy and spitting is crazy. What do you guys think? Fauna comes in with the digs on. She got boots on. One of the women says she looked like a YN. She got Vaseline on her face. She ready to go. And in my mind, I'm like, I feel like I get it. I get it. And it's interesting because Lex is on some, oh, you have the opportunity, you had the chance to do this, blah, blah, blah. But then at the same time, I'm like, girl, you had a whole season to try to do it too. So when people have their arguments, they have their arguments for when it benefits them, but not for when it's the overall picture. And the overall picture is y'all both had ample opportunity to do this to one another, but y'all didn't. I feel like Fauna didn't go in on Lex because they was at a venue about to perform. This is an outside forum house meeting. This is when the fight should happen. Same way that it happened at the ATV when she spat and ran away because Fauna picked up a rock. Well, we was at business. We was working. So now we not working. We had a house meeting. We already know what the house meetings are for. So Lex feeling like she don't owe nobody nothing. She don't da-da-da-da. That's cute. She could do that. She could do that. But that's why I'm saying Fauna would have got that extra if she just would have all that and ran on her. She walking up to Lex. Don't walk up to her. Just sit there and be calm and collective, just like Sarat did and deck that bitch. That's all that needed to be because, yes, you need to get your lick back, Fauna. You most certainly do. That shit was nasty. It was disgusting. And you need to get that back. Period. I am on Sarat's ass like it ain't nothing. Like I'm straight. I'm on Sarat's ass like I'm straight. Sarat chilled for a second, hung low for a second. When the coast was clear, ran after Mariah and socked her, got her on the ground. Yes. Because we know Mariah PC'd up. We know Mariah's PC'd up. Socked her. Didn't sock her, but like pushed her and mushed her like on the ground, fell on the ground. Then Tasiki come in because she like not understanding what's going on. Tasiki, your friend did way too much at the last venue. Way too much. And again, Ivory concurred and Diamond concurred. Diamond's in the post-confessional talking about Mariah. You threw a shoe at her for no reason. It is what it is. It's deserved. Period. It's deserved. Now, mind you, I thought Sarat and Tasiki was about to get that because they all put up their hair, Tasiki taking off her rings or whatever. For whatever reason, they don't fight. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they don't fight. It is what it is. It is what it is. All the girls coming in, Fauna having a conversation with Lex. The conversation's unnecessary. There's no words we need to exchange. Fauna's talking about she didn't owe Lex anything. Both of y'all don't owe anything to anybody. Y'all don't owe anything to each other. But Lex is still on some like, you wanted to me, you know it, you did that, blah, blah, blah. This girl, Fauna, is like, stop saying that because it's not true. In my mind, I think Lex is, how can I say this? It's a double-edged sword because Lex don't owe Fauna nothing, just like Fauna said she didn't owe her Lex anything, that's why she used the mace. But at the same time, like, you came on this set pretty. And you, like, why not? Like, why duck the fade? This is the definition of ducking a fade. She ducked the fade. She was called out and said, I'm not fighting you. She ducked, literally. This is ducking the fade. Now, y'all may love Lex all down, and yes, she don't owe Fauna a damn thing, and cool, whatever, Fauna lied, all that's great. But Fauna called her out, and she ducked it. Even acknowledging the fact that Lex came in sneakers. Lex didn't feel like fighting, she didn't want to fight, cool. I'm not saying that Lex is a punk, I'm just saying she ducked that fade. She most certainly ducked that fade. And she could be your favorite all day long, but that is clear as what she did. I do have to acknowledge, and I could throw Bad Dolly up in there for a third. And Bad Dolly ain't do shit all episode, but be herself, look good as shit, and be in the narration again. Bad Dolly is hilarious. This new Bad Dolly, this Chapter 2 Bad Dolly is bad. She is dope. I don't care that she lost the fight to Ivory. This girl is dope. She came in flawless, and she came in talking her shit's naive. She was like, can we get a one-on-one fade? Let's get a one-on-one fade. She was yelling at Pressure, throw your hands up, throw your hands up. I like Bad Dolly Chapter 2. I like Ciroc, period. I like Hurricane, period. I like Tinka, period. These 4 chicks, yeah, they doing it for me. They is doing it for me. Fauna got her cousin outside. We don't see the cousin. She don't make it. She ain't a tree. She ain't a dolly. I don't know who she is, but she don't get camera time because she don't make it through. But the cousin was on that with Lex. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. But I felt like no shade. Fauna shouldn't even said that. Fauna shouldn't even said nothing. But then again, Fauna had to go get her friend, had to tell her friend, whatever. But her cousin, but they wasn't letting the cousin on. Fauna should have just been copacetic, cool, calm, and collected and snuck her. She should have just snuck her. She should have just snuck her. Period. But hey, it is what it is. Pressure and TT come walking up. This right here is when all hell broke loose, somewhat, to a certain degree. TT is in the post-confessional saying that she wanted Tabby, so she going after Tabby. And I'm like, why are you going after her when you kicked her in the face? That don't make sense to me. You kicked her. So I don't know what that issue, like what the issue is. But as she's walking past Ciroc, she decks Ciroc in the back of the neck. Ciroc turned around like, what the hell? What's going on? Now, this was a very interesting turn of events because it was sneak after sneak, jump after jump. It was a jump set had, right? And so looking at my notes, TT goes after Ciroc, Mariah jumps in, Pressure jumps in on Ciroc, and Fauna jumps in on Pressure. Tabby gets pressure, Fauna gets pressure, okay? Dolly in the back saying, swing, Pressure, swing. Tabby says, what you just want from a nigga. Now that right there, Tabby, this is why I tell you this is why I tell you the show was good. This is why I tell you the show was good. Maybe the third one could go to Tommy because, and the editor, whoever the editor was for this episode, because Tabby's gonna be like, what y'all want from a nigga? Like that's a whole DMX line, right? And then the edit clip shows Tommy like, hold on now. You mad at me for saying it, but you keep referencing it. I need Tabby to leave the reference alone. If it really bothered you, leave the reference alone, Tabby. Leave it alone. But that moment was cute, though. That moment was cute. And I thought it was cool that Tabby had a wig on the whole way through until she fought Pressure again. And I don't know what kind of fighting this is. I felt like they fought harder at the auditions than they did on the show. This thing, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. But thank you, Ciroc. Because Ciroc is throwing those. Ciroc is throwing those. Thank you, Ciroc. Because what these other bras doing, I have no idea. Ciroc is throwing them. And I appreciate Ciroc. I definitely do. We're on a fighting show, bitch. Fight. Baby, this bad boy shit about to be crazy. Mustang, a big-ass dude. Mustang, side note, Mustang's thumb packs so much pressure. Okay? Mustang is a Leo homie. I know a couple of people that was actually supposed to be, some other people that was supposed to be on the show. And they would have ate that show up. Ooh, they would have ate that show up if they casted my boys on the show. Woo! But Mustang is a Leo brother, so I'ma get all the tea. I'ma get all the tea. But anyway, side note, let's get back to Baddies. Looking at my notes, Dolly in the back saying swing pressure. Bad Dolly looked good as hell saying fair and square. Okay, so she was wanting everybody to fight fair and square because there was a lot of sneaks and jumps had, right? Pressure spits at Tabby. Tabby spits back. The women are like, oh my God, what's up with this spitting? Everybody does it. Everybody has done it. Somebody was in the comments saying Rolly has never spat. Okay, cool. But she does towards the end of this season because we saw it in the clip. When she go, and then she back up because Lex is about to hit her. So, yeah. Sidebar situation here. Lex is in the boxing ring, bruh. I feel bad for Tasiki. Yeah. I feel bad for Tasiki. I think Lex is about to eat her. I think Lex is about to eat her. This ain't about to be Tasiki. This ain't about to be no cakewalk. This ain't about to be no cakewalk. I'm telling y'all, this ain't about to be no cakewalk for Tasiki. It's just not. It's just not. And I feel like being that there's money or bets behind this, I feel like they want Lex to win to Sun Tasiki. I just feel that way. I mean, we saw what happened with the Tommy and the Natalie fight. No shade, no shade. We saw what happened with that. We was all shooketh over that. But I don't know. Something in my gut tell me that the masses are betting on Lex and they want Lex to win, and I think they want Tasiki to throw it. I just, in my heart of hearts, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Fauna and Pressure, they run that. Pressure drops. Fauna not stomps, but kicks her in the chest with that boot. I don't blame her. You can't get to Lex because you chose not to. You better get to somebody wearing all that get up on. You better get to somebody. God damn it. TT fights Ciroc. Ciroc needs to not. TT needs to leave Ciroc alone. She ain't winning that. She is not winning against Ciroc. She just not. Ciroc throws, Mariah's Bottega boot over the railing. So Tommy and Ciroc go at it. They have history. Tommy is like, Ciroc is like, well, we don't want to see any outsiders. We don't want to see the outsiders. Tommy's like, you an outsider, bitch. Ciroc like, I'm an insider now. I'm under contract. I said, ooh, touche. And no shade. We do not need an episode. We do not need a chapter without Ciroc. Ciroc is cemented. Yeah, but I said this way back when she came in debt to Biggie. I said Ciroc needs to be on this season, and Ciroc is that girl. And so here we are. Ciroc is on this season, and yes, she is that girl. She is. Yep, she most certainly is. All the girls call out Tommy. They ransacking her. They like, you're old as shit. You're still on the show. You're on our show. We're on the same show, babe. We're on the same show. You're old. You're washed. What? No. I'm like, okay. All right, cool. All right. Is this where Cold Killer and Lex got kind of cooler? Because their op is the same. They got the same op. This is what happened. K-Rican can continue. Oh, well, she was never on the show to begin with. At least I didn't see her much. So whatever she got going on, I feel like K-Rican just need to take care of her business. Whatever money she made, fix what's happening and take care. You know what I'm saying? Is it me or does E.T. and Persuasion still got issues with each other? They still got heat for each other because E.T. was trying it with Persuasion and Persuasion wasn't catching it. I don't know if she was catching it on another episode or off the camera, but E.T. was throwing it at her something fierce, and Persuasion was not catching it. And I don't know what that was, but we know they originally came on having beef. I just knew E.T. was about to sock Persuasion. I just knew it. It was nothing cute about none of this. This scene was really a wash though, because again, they say everybody spit. They talk about the spit, everybody spit. Ivy look good. All the women look good. But, summer come in. It's a whole summer thing. Rolly throws all the liquor on Summer. It is what it is. Rolly tries to show, Tommy her phone that Summer been talking about her. Persuasion and Tommy go at it. This would be a cute fight. Persuasion and Tommy would be a cute fight. Persuasion we know you're not, why you really around this girl? I thought you hung around better people. Tommy's Summer is real with me. She's the realest out of the crew. I like Summer. And I'm like Amber. If we not finna bang, I'm finna leave. What is all this yelling, carrying on, screaming for? The girls leave, they walk out. Now, this is an interesting moment for me because this is when I feel a little about, Cold Killer being cool with Lex. It's a little bit much for me. But again, everybody got whatever they got with their friends or how they move, whatever is whatever. At the end of the day, I feel like Fauna can't be mad at Killer because they treated K-Rican the same way. And at the same time, they've been fighting their own battles, so it is what it is. But I would feel some sort of way. You dapping up the bitch, hugging up the bitch that just spat on me. No shade. It's not cute. But K-Rican did say that Fauna was mad at Cold Killer or feeling some sort of way that Cold Killer and Lex are still cool. So we don't know what it's been to give. We don't know. But yeah, I would feel like what? I would feel some sort of way about that. I would. And I think Cold Killer would feel some sort of way too. If Fauna like pieced it up with Tinka and was hanging around Tinka and chilling with Tinka or Bad Dolly, I think that would be crazy. And Fauna told me that she felt like it would be weird if she was hanging around, and I think she said that in the interview, if she was hanging around Bad Dolly, because after everything, all the stuff that Bad Dolly said about, Cold Killer's kids. So I'm trying to I need to call Cold Killer. I need to call her. Killer, what's happening here? What's happening? Are we really cool with this? Are we really cool with this? I'm curious to really, because that's a little sideways to me. I don't care. That's a little sideways to me. You spat on my, like, what? That's a little sideways. That's a little sideways to me. Yeah. Killer says it on camera. She said we all had mace. Mind you, K. Rican said this already. Then also, Killer says that it was Fauna's idea not to say anything. She was like, if she was in the confessional, she would have had the mace dangling. But Fauna was like, it's illegal. We're not supposed to have it out here. So she wanted to keep quiet on it or whatever. I'm like, we here. Okay, cool. We here. Fauna, we need another interview. We need another interview. We need to make that happen. Because yeah, we need to make that happen. Lex says she did try to make amends, but she felt that Fauna lied, and so it was what it was. So Rock and Egypt come in. So Rock says she not gonna fight Killer until she healed. But they showed a clip of when Killer was fighting her first. She was the first to run up or whatever. But I thought it was interesting how Ciroc walked past Lex, didn't do nothing, walked past Killer, didn't do nothing, and sat down. Like, Ciroc knows how to play the game. Like, Ciroc knows how to be in the business seat. And I like that about her. I like that about her. But I would have snuck fuck out of Lex. I no shade. I just would have did that. But I like that about Ciroc. Ciroc did that. Boom. So Hurricane comes in. And Hurricane asked Killer why she didn't help Fauna. No, Ciroc asked Killer why she didn't help Fauna with the whole spit situation. Killer explains how she feels. It is what it is. She said she's been fighting by herself every season, and it is what it is. But let's be clear. Quite a few times, Fauna decided to run it for you. She ran it for you in Africa against Davey. She ran it for you multiple times in Africa, matter of fact. And she ran it for you in Chapter 1. So let's be clear. Fauna has ran it for you. You can't do nothing now because your face fractured. Cool. But let's not forget. I'm just saying it's a little weird behavior movement for me. It's a little weird movement and behavior for me. Yeah. I just don't understand that. So Hurricane comes in and she is over with the whole TT situation. Lexer said, I heard you didn't do anything. But Killer was like, no, I heard she did do something. And Ciroc was like, yes, she did do something. Natalie says that TT and Pressure are coming. So like I would have, Hurricane decides to get up and move to the opposite side so we can look at the exit. Never have your back to the exit. Never. And so even when Ciroc came in, she originally sat on that side so she could look to see who's coming in. I understand that. TT comes in, Pressure comes in, they give a hugs to everybody. TT walks past Ciroc after just sneaking her at the prior event. Walk past Ciroc to hug Cold Killer. Ciroc said, no, you snuck me. I ain't giving you a shot, and commences to. Ciroc ate TT all the way up, took TT through there. And I thought Hurricane really knew how to fight for real, but I think because Pressure is so tall and big, Hurricane was doing a lot of this too. And I was like, oh, come on, Hurricane. I thought you could do better. But it was what it was. Let me tell you something. Ciroc took TT through there. Ciroc was washing her car. So Ciroc was washing the dishes. Ciroc was painting on the wall. Ciroc was doing window shopping. Ciroc was counting the change out her pocket. Ciroc was, come here, all over the place. And I'm like, damn. I said, come through, Ciroc. Yes, indeed. But Ciroc, You did jump in a fight that had nothing to do with you. You jumped in a fight because that was Tady's fight. And you jumped in that, Ciroc. You had no business jumping in that, Ciroc. But hey, she snuck you. So a sneak for a sneak, man. We sneaking up in here. Welcome to Baddies where everybody's sneaking everybody. That's it. That's it. And I ain't got nothing to say about it. I'm on that. Ciroc washed her dishes. Like, what are we talking about? And all the while, they still trying to explain to TT that Hurricane did help. You know, Hurricane tried to get, Pressure to fall in the water, but Pressure's a big broad, and Hurricane is not. So the weight imbalance was not it. It was not it. I would have clipped that bitch. Clip, bang. Like, take your leg, swing your leg this way, take your arms this way, bang. Off balance in the water. Like her head would have hit the jacuzzi wall. Bang. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. Yeah, leave people alone. I'm Tinka getting that knife. I would have got that fork. So that butter knife would do real damage. Real damage. Ga, 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 ga. Leave people alone. Leave people alone. TZ says, where did you jump in? You didn't jump in. Natalie says, Hurricane is your friend. She's like, yeah, I've been working with y'all. I know y'all. Y'all are friends. Like, y'all need to fix this. It is what it is. Egypt says Hurricane helped. Ciroc says Hurricane helped. I just want Hurricane to get that with ET because ET should have minded her business. And that's for real, for real. It should have minded her business. All the ops are in one location at the club. And Killer decides to tase Tinka. I'm on that. If Tinka would have attacked her, tase out of her. But not in a club setting where you walk up to someone and just tase them. That don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. And Killer had her friend, and I forget who this girl name. I forget her name. Is it Lori or something like that? Whoever that girl was, that was rumored to be there, and they talking about replacements and stuff. I don't know who that girl was. But that's a tall broad. And I think she on Now That's TV. She was on Now That's TV. I want to say her name was Lori. I could be wrong. But Killer had no reason to do that. She had no reason to do that. No reason whatsoever. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. This was a great episode. This was a great episode. It was good as shit. I'm on that with Tinka and I'm on that with Ciroc all day into the long. Fauna, you would have ate that girl. You should have punched in her neck. Because you can't reach her face. Not all the time. Punch in her neck. Punch her. Bang. Just punch her. But now, Lex is training. She's boxing and she's training. Y'all about to have Lex come on this reunion? I don't think that's fair. No shade. I think all these women need to take up boxing lessons or leave Lex alone because Lex is dangerous. She's dangerous. That one video was like... She dangerous. Y'all better leave Lex alone. Y'all better leave Lex alone. Anyways, like this video, thumbs up this video. I'm going to do all the videos. I leave for Miami on Wednesday, so I'm going to try to get all the videos. No, I'm going to get all the videos out for y'all, to y'all. But listen here. I need y'all to like this video up, hit the video up, all that good stuff. What we got to talk about? Bad Boys reunion. I think it came on today. So I'm going to talk about her. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the comments. And yeah, let me know. Let me know how y'all feel about this episode. Deuces.